we are.
Ooh, podcast sequel.
Sequel podcasting.
Season 1 on the road.
Episode 1 on the road. I'm at Bonta.
And I'm Cory Easley.
And we are on our way to see Alice Cooper.
Woo!
Have you been listening to the CD that I burned you?
Yeah, I've been rocking it.
Any of them? You've had them for a while now. Are you familiar with his catalog yet?
Well, I'm not like memorizing it, but I know Alice Cooper's music.
So
I'm not going to pass like a quiz or anything.
So you're telling me the only song you know is School's Out?
I don't know the words to any of them except that one.
Hopefully there's not a lot of clinging and banging on this thing, like the other one.
Clanging and banging?
Yeah.
Oh, on the audio recorder.
Yeah.
From what I've heard, reviews are good.
Sure.
That's like the business.
Well, then.
They're a little spendy, right?
It was $200.
Which, you know, with regards to shit like that, a little spendy.
A little spendy.
I mean, you could spend $1,000, I'm sure.
They have ones that go up.
Ones that go up? As opposed
like
to
the
ones that
next,
go down?
what do they say?
The next tier?
I was going to say tier, but tier was not the word I was looking for.
The next level? The next step? The next echelon?
Next, higher end.
Right, next level.
The higher end. Higher ends.
Well, I guess we'll see what the quality on this one's like. Have you gotten it out yet?
This first
recording?
First recording.
Freshy.
I mean, I hit record it, you know, just to see.
Just see how it works.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is it.
On a scale of like 0 to 10, how excited are you for Alice Cooper?
I am a regular amount of excited.
So like the regular amount, whatever people do? Like,
yeah.
Like
I'm
a 5 or a 6?
Yeah, like a 5 or a 6. And that has nothing to do with like...
whether or not you like it or...
Right. It's just like, you know, we're heading to a concert.
Yeah.
It's not like we're heading to a 3-day-long festival or something headlined by Alice Cooper. We're going down to the GSR, which I've been to many times.
Now, is this in the showroom?
This is the only one they got. Yeah,
okay, well, they do concerts outside, too.
I don't think they do concerts outside.
Okay, well, they used to.
They used to.
Well, back in my day.
Back in your day, but since your day, it's gone from, like, the Hilton to the Grand Sierra Resort, and now it's the GSR. Okay,
so, well, I saw 3 Doors Down outside.
They don't even have an outside to play in anymore.
Did they get rid of it altogether? That's right. They expanded the parking lot and got rid of it.
Never enough parking lots in this world.
It's true. They could pave paradise and put up a parking lot.
That's what they'll do.
Take all the trees and put them in a tree museum.
Should we do one more commercial? I'll try and get this posted up tomorrow.
One more commercial?
One more commercial. That's the fucking ambulance goes by. That's the signal. It's time for a commercial. We got movies playing in Las Vegas this upcoming 4 days away.
4 days away. 2 movies playing in Vegas, 20 and 21 at the 10 o'clock slot at the Palms Casino.
Brendan Theaters.
I took a look at it online. It looks swanky as fuck. Like, I mean, the hotel looks legit. So I told the wife, I was like, I really want to go to the awards ceremony.
I don't get it.
And she's like, well, what's it going to be like? Or what kind of thing is it? Like, am I wasting my time going? And I'm like, well, baby, I don't know. Like, I've never been to a film festival at all. You know,
let alone an award show.
Yeah, and I kind of got boned on time off for the actual deal. So I want to go to the awards ceremony because we have like legit award nominations, not just like, you know, you show up because you were in a movie.
We will be missing out on the better awards, I think. The Friday awards that have like...
well, like Best Picture.
Best visual effects, Best special effects.
Yeah.
Best villain.
So they're doing 2 different things?
Yeah, Friday is the Hollywood... Friday is the Hollywood Dreams.
And then which one? What awards do we have in that one?
That is the God Salt specific best visual effects, best special effects, best Young Filmmaker.
Woo, that's you.
Best Independent Spirit Award.
That's us.
And Best Villain, Patrick Reigelsberger.
Which is, I thought that was a funny award because he's not really the villain. He may be more of an anti-hero than a villain.
I wouldn't call him an anti-hero either.
I mean, he's kind of a shitbag in the movie.
Super shitbag.
But he really is the hero.
He is.
I think. I mean, at the end of the day, when it all comes down to it, he's the main guy.
Right, he's the lead character. He's the hero of the movie. But everything he does, start to finish, is...
He's an asshole.
Villain.
Yeah, it's true. So I guess you could read it that way.
If you were to ask me who the villain of the movie is, I would not say him. I would say the pigeon, Mike Flanagan, is the villain.
Sure, because he's the in-your-face bad guy.
He's the guy doing the dirty work in the movie. Then he has a boss who's also a villain.
But very hands-off.
The master. And then we also have a secret villain that we will not be revealing here.
No spoilers.
A second
you want to see
master.
the film, you can get a copy on our Patreon.
Or you can go down to Vegas on Monday.
Yeah.
So those 5 awards are on Friday. And then the award show that we're going to is on Saturday. And that's the AOF MegaFest Film Festival Awards show.
And what awards do we have in that running?
That one will be Godsalt.
No.
Yes, no.
On Saturday too.
On Saturday too. It's Godsalt Best Urban Film.
Which I'm kind of excited about.
I took a look at the competition for the urban film.
Okay. Did you watch the films or?
If I could have, I would have. I saw some trailer stuff. Saw some stills stuff, and they're mostly black cast on those other movies. So, best urban film. Okay, I have a black guy in my movie.
Yeah, we arrest a black guy in Godsalt. He gets Jerry stopped by the police.
So,
fucking one time.
So I mean, okay, that's fine, and then. The next category we're nominated is Street Toughs Best Guerrilla Film.
Which I think is dope as fuck because that's what we do.
Right. We guerrilla it.
Yeah, the whole 9.
The whole 9 is
very little of the movie is, we had some access.
We've never paid a dime to...
But secured locations where it's just us on our terms.
Right, on our terms, on our,
But
quick, get out, shoot, and get the fuck in the car. Get out of here.
Still in the same sense, it really is guerrilla. We're going in and shooting. We're not a lot of crew, not a lot of lighting.
Also, I would say that Street Toughs, out of my 3 films, is the least guerrilla film.
It is.
No cops were called during the making of Street Toughs.
Is that true? Yeah, no, that was on the other one.
Well, I mean, Crime America that we tried to make.
The Crime America boot and fail.
There were some cops.
There was some police action there.
Some SWAT team showed up.
It wasn't a SWAT team, but
they were geared up.
It was a whole fuckload of RPD cops that very nicely held me at gunpoint to figure out what the fuck was going on.
And then the third...
We didn't even have any weapons on set that day.
Thank God.
They were in the trunk.
Thank God.
But we didn't have anything out.
No.
Not even inside the house.
We had a shotgun mic.
Yes, we had a shotgun mic.
That might have set off some neighbors.
Yeah, it was a trip.
And then our third nomination for that award ceremony is Street Toughs Best New Voice.
Which is also us.
Which is also
that,
us.
Writing, voice
everything.
In general.
Best new filmmaker, best new, this guy's voice.
Exactly, which I think you have a unique voice in the film industry.
So,
and what we're doing.
So we've got 5 nominations the night we won't be there. We'll be driving down there probably when it's going on. You're driving with us, right?
Yeah, that's the plan.
Okay. Have you ever been to Las Vegas?
I've been a couple of times. Never in a capacity to really check anything out though. A couple of times I was underage. One time it was just a flyby. So it'll be cool to, even though it'll be for one night,
Just one night! It's actually 2 nights.
Well, yeah, we get down there Friday night.
Probably around midnight.
Off. Who knows what we'll do. probably nothing.
Well, we have a
and we
tradition.
Have all day Saturday and Sunday, or Saturday, and then we'll leave on Sunday morning.
Yep. We have a tradition when we drive down there late like that. We always stop off at the South Point Hotel and have breakfast.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Because they have like a $5 steak and eggs, something like that. Might even be $4.
Yeah, that's cheap enough.
Midnight breakfast. So I guess that's our commercial. This upcoming Monday, August 20th, God Salt, 10 p.m. Tuesday, August 21st, Street Toughs, 10 p.m. I was looking at all the other movies. Every movie has its own time slot.
Okay.
So it's not like, oh, these
Just
other...
run them back to back.
Right. So there is no competition at 10 o'clock to see my
Anything
movie.
Else.
Right.
Nice. So anybody that wants to see a movie at 10 o'clock, that's the one to go see.
Right. If you can find me, I'll buy your ticket. So... Not that no one listened to the last episode.
Follow the Facebook. Follow the Facebook. Sequel Productions. Mathew Bonta. # not a porno.
Sure. # God Salt. # Street Toughs. So okay, we're almost to the Grand Sierra Resort now. It only took us clocking in 11 minutes and 30 seconds or so. Got here quick.
We did get there quick, but I don't fuck around.
So, doors opened at 6:30. Show starts at 8. It is not first come, first serve. We have our seats.
Sweet!
So I don't know why people line up out the door.
Because people are dumb. That's the thing that people do.
Like, literally, they line up out the door.
I don't know. Like, they want to be the first one in there. There's nothing to see. You see some roadies putting up some equipment.
At best, you can get first in line to get a drink.
Yeah, I mean.
But then they have they have cocktail waitresses.
Exactly. You know,
So,
maybe they're not speedy, but we still get in there, get a shot at some merch if you want some.
I've never seen merchandise at the GSR for concerts.
They usually have merch table on the outside of the theater, but we'll see. You know, and if I have a hard time picking stuff like that. I know we're trying to quit, but I have a hard time like buying myself something.
Well, you and your wife are trying to quit?
No, we're trying to quit this cast right now, aren't we?
Trying to quit?
I thought you said we were trying to get offline.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. Never mind. So my whole hang up on finding merchandise at a show or on vacation or anything, you know, just whatever you want to do, I don't like picking stuff for myself because I look at stuff, you know, objectively and I go, well, I'm not going to use this thing. Or this is a t-shirt, I'm going to wear it, you know, maybe 20 times and I'm going to wear it out and then it's going to go in the fucking junk drawer. I'm going to pay $30 for a t-shirt at a concert. You know, if I knew I was going to fucking like bump into Alice Cooper, I'm like, dude, sign my t-shirt, then yeah, I would do that and frame it up.
Do you think you're ever going to go see Alice Cooper again the rest of your life?
Probably not, and that's why I'm excited about going. Because this is like for me, my excitement level is more like a 7. I'm not going to go any higher than 7, but only because it's like a bucket list show for me. Like, I think that as far as rock and roll goes, Alice Cooper is high on the list for me of, you know, players.
Sure.
So, see Alice Cooper, check, you know, and not because I'm a mega fan of his music.
Right.
But
That's
not
probably
that
why my
I don't
excitement
like his
is
music
low.
either. Yeah.
I just heard he puts on a good show.
And that I'm in it for the showmanship because I know that Alice Cooper is going to put on a good concert, you know, and I've heard stories, a lot of horror stories, in fact, about people that go see an A-list band. You know, my dad's seen...
And they're subpar.
And they're subpar. They're sad. You know, my dad saw B.B. King late in his life, you know, not a great show. He wasn't all there. That's, you know, the fact of the matter. The guy's old, or was old at the time. He was getting ready to kick off back then. You know, he went and saw Aerosmith. You know, you would have think, you know, Steven Tyler,
hardcore rocker,
the old school guys, not a great show. I have another friend that saw ZZ Top. Another show that's like, yeah, you know what, that should be a good show.
Keep going. Was not a good show.
Yeah, not a great show. You know, the openers put on here.
Yep.
the openers put on a better show than the headliners. Where are we going?
That way.
This way?
Yeah.
Isn't this?
No, we're good.
So, the Eagles, I've heard, put on a decent show, but the cost of the fucking tickets was enormous.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking like $300 a pop to see the Eagles with the original lineup.
Another thing, Aretha Franklin died today. Do you think he'll say anything?
I don't know. They weren't, not even close to in the same ballpark of music type.
No, they weren't, but
they were both. They're both high on the list for a lot of people. Where you talk about their touch on the music world.
Right.
So
with cars parked like this, I doubt we're gonna find a spot.
We're not gonna find a
Just go that way.
We should have gone that way.
Maybe he'll do a rendition of Respect.
Yeah, I mean, it would be like major props if he did anything like that.
Because no doubt he's on tour,
Sure.
and no doubt this is the first concert he's had to perform since her passing.
Well,
since it happened today.
Yeah, exactly. He was in Vegas on the 10th of this month.
So a couple days ago.
Yeah. So I'm not getting booted, so I'm not parking any place fucked up. But it looks like a full house here tonight, people.
Everyone's going to see Alice
Everybody's
Cooper.
Here.
This is why they get
school's
early.
Out.
School's out for the summer.
For
If the
summer.
school's fucking in. No, this is
it's kinda,
end of summer. Boom, right there.
Yeah.
You want to park next to that guy? Yeah.
Alright, watch this. Good thing we took the old piece of shit truck today.
In case this guy backs up on you.
In case he fucking trashes my truck on the way out.
Alright, well, we're
nice brand new lawnmower here. Looks like Husqvarna.
Husqvarna!
Used to sell those at Home Depot.
Alright, well, we're here now, so we'll pick this back up after the concert. Alright, we're back. Post-concert. Post-concert, Alice Cooper. You join us in the middle of a conversation, walking out into the car.
So we were talking about how the set went and the kind of show Alice puts on.
How hard it was.
Yeah, I mean, it's like Alice fucking rocked at 70.
70 years old. 7-0.
Harder than
fucking
concerts I've seen
the
of
pussy
dudes
rock
that
bitch.
were half his age. I mean, he put on a fucking solid hour-and-a-half show. There was showmanship. There was theater.
Theatricality.
I mean, it was fucking a banner show.
It was. It was awesome.
I could give it a solid 10 all day long.
Right out the gate, I thought was fucking like...
Yeah, they just
hard.
lit it up, dude. They
Hard.
fucking come out with fucking hard tunes, like right up front. And
Like, it's nice to go to a fucking rock concert where they actually fucking rock.
yeah, and they're on the stage and they're putting out the energy and they're I don't know, they're working for it. They're doing what they're supposed to be doing. They're entertaining the crowd. They're engaging the crowd.
I was engaged.
Absolutely. And I mean, I wish we could have been up in the front row.
Yeah.
Because it was that solid of a show.
It was pretty super solid.
So, yeah, I mean, fucking the theater part of the show I didn't expect.
Yo, you didn't
necessarily.
That's what I was expecting.
I'd never watched any of his concerts on internet or anything like that. So
Yeah,
I didn't have any expectation.
That's what I was expecting, was the theatricality part of it.
Sure. I mean, I expected lights, like laser lights, maybe some fireworks or whatever.
Oh,
some
fucking
pyrotech.
every concert's got like laser lights.
Yeah, but I expected a good light show and then some good energy and, some stage running and stuff like that. But the theatricality was it was cool.
Yeah.
It was cool as shit.
Yeah. He brought it, man.
Absolutely. What was your favorite, theatrical part of the show?
I guess when they fucking brought out when he did the Frankenstein.
The Frankenstein, they strap him to
the table.
The table with the lights
and all the fog and
yeah.
Like that one, all the fog was definitely awesome.
It was like half rock show, half magic show.
A little bit, because they cut his head off.
Yeah, they did the head cut off gig. That was cool. Brought out the guillotine and fucking cut Alice Cooper's head off. That was dope. The giant Frankenstein guy.
Frankenstein.
That was cool.
Straight jacket.
Straight jacket thing. It was weird.
The dancing nurse.
The doll.
The dancing doll thing.
The doll thing. That was very strange. It's like throwing her around.
Throwing around an actual doll, but then like it turned into a real girl.
To a dancing person, yeah. So yeah, I mean overall the show fucking 100%.
Well, they didn't play any of the new tunes.
And you know, I think I said that before we went in.
You did.
They're playing the new album before the show started. And
because
they
they're
didn't
not
play any of those tunes during the show. And my concert theory or my live performance theory is that when people say I'm going to go see Alice Cooper, he's 70 years old.
They only want to hear the hits.
He's got a catalog that goes way the fuck back. People want the hits. They want the old school tunes, and that's really, like it or not, that's what they came for.
Right.
So they
but
started.
Modern bands,
they
play their new albums with some of their old hits.
They'll intersperse the new hits or the new stuff with the old hits, so they keep your attention with the old stuff, and then they'll slide in a new tune every once in a while.
Yeah.
It's not nearly the majority. And a band that comes out like, oh yeah, we're on the blah 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 tour, and we're this is our new album, and then they play like half the set is all new shit.
Right, they're playing their.
They don't get the response from that unless that music is already popular.
Right.
Like if it's been on the radio and the album's been out for a while, then they can play it. Yep. But if you play shit that people aren't familiar with, you're not gonna get the response that you want. It's like, I'm sure Casey's familiar with this. He can probably attest to it. When you go out as a quote-unquote local act or a garage band or whatever you want to call it, an amateur style play, and it's not an offense to say it that way. Like, they're not A-list bands.
Right.
So when you go out and you play a gig and you're entertaining, the success of that show will be based on how well you cover. How well you do cover tunes, and then you throw in your own stuff in between. Now, once you get a following where people know your stuff, then they're going to expect that too.
Right.
But I don't know. It's a process of like getting people to know what you're going to play, because if they don't know the music already, it's no fun.
Absolutely.
So
speaking of covers, Alice Cooper threw a little bit of a cover in there.
A little mashup at the very end on the encore song.
School's Out turned into a little bit of Pink Floyd.
Yeah.
Pink Floyd.
Pink Floyd's The Wall.
Part 2.
Part 2,
1.
whatever. The School's Out. Or,
Teacher.
The kids alone.
Another brick in the wall.
Yeah. And then they whipped that out, like they mashed it up, and everybody was like, oh! They fucking lost their shit when that happened. Because everybody knows that tune.
Absolutely, and it pairs well with School's Out.
The theme was good, and the actual crossover of the music played well.
Absolutely.
So I thought that was a fucking great idea.
Yep. No shout out to Aretha Franklin.
No, we didn't get that out of him,
but I think that's also the thing with these older acts is they don't really talk much.
No, like.
New band, like I fucking went and saw like Daughtry.
Okay.
Do you know Daughtry?
Yes.
And he was fucking talking like the entire
American
thing.
Idol winner?
Yeah. Did he win or did he lose? I think they lost.
It might have been American Idol loser.
I think they lost, but they were close. But he was talking through that show.
Right.
Talked a lot.
And I think that's true. The newer acts will do stuff like that. They'll be like, "How you doing tonight, Reno?" Blah! And then they're like, I was coming out from Los Angeles, and we just played down in Vegas, and they do this whole like speech thing. Nobody wants that. They want rock and roll. They want people to fucking shut up.
No, I actually like the talking.
It gives you a little insight into the character, I guess.
But I mean, I love watching people talk.
I think at the end, that's kind of what Alice. That was his like tip of the hat to that style, where he did his introductions to the band.
Right. Well, every company.
But they do that. But I think that's about as far as he goes with the talking bit, which I can appreciate because that's what people want. The rock and roll. They don't necessarily want the other part.
So, what was the last concert you went to?
Fuck.
I don't even know. That's how long it's been.
It's been like 6 years. since I've been to an actual live show.
Shit, dude, we regularly go to concerts.
Yeah,
like that Daughtry one was like recent.
See, the last one I went to was, God damn, I can't remember his fucking name. James Blunt.
James Blunt?
Yeah, I took the wife to see James Blunt.
That's so weird. Is he the one that sings,
You're beautiful?
You're beautiful! You're beautiful!
Yes,
It's true.
Yes.
And he sings fucking,
He's very
Goodbye, my lover!
Yes, very singer-songwriter, like very folk style. But that's the kind of music the wife likes.
Especially with James Blunt.
I don't know.
Goodbye, my lover!
But that was like a super, like, in comparison, that was a super chill show. Everybody stayed seated, like, the whole time. And it was like, I don't know. It was really mellow.
Well, we went and saw Journey.
How was that?
That was good.
Because I've seen Journey, Styx, and REO Speedwagon all in the same venue.
Oh, that sounds like a fun kick-ass concert.
It was badass, dude. I was in fucking like freshman in high school when I saw that.
That sounds fucking amazing.
But yeah, it was an amazing show because it's the same kind of thing. I mean, you're looking at guys that are fucking in their 60s, even at the time.
Yeah.
And they're like putting on a rock show that really rocks. They're putting out the energy and they're doing the stage act, and it really matters. You know, we talked about this before. There are guys that, you know, charge a premium ticket price,
$150,
and they're very, you know, well-known bands. They're A-list, and people want to see that show that maybe they remember from back in the day, or a show that they would expect today that would, you know, kind of harken back to the shit that they had back in the day. Oh, hella police.
Oh, wow. Going,
Car chase. Big wreck.
Oh, wow. There is gotta be...
news.
Yeah, breaking news. There are 1, 2, 3...
Fire trucks times
couple,
2.
3, 4 fire trucks. About 10 cop cars.
Must have been a big rollover wreck right there on the side of the
Oh,
freeway.
wow. Going northbound.
Northbound 395.
Just past Stead
and Lemon Valley.
I was gonna ask, what concert what's your, like, do you got like a top 5 that you'd like to see
Like I said,
before you die?
So, I have like a loose bucket list of artists that I wouldn't mind seeing in concert, so that I could say, yeah, I saw Alice Cooper, or I saw Journey and REO Speedwagon and those guys.
Right.
Just because it would be like, there's a difference between live music and listening to a CD, right?
Right.
Like you get something different from it.
You feel it.
Exactly. You're there, you smell the weed. You know, B.B. King was on my list, but of course he's dead now. Eric Clapton.
Eric Clapton.
He's
The cream of Clapton.
just because of his, like, I need to look up. Here, fucker. You know, he's an awesome guitar player.
Sure.
So I've always idolized that guitar style, right?
Right.
And a lot of the bands that, like, are on my list, like, I don't even know
Guitar
if they play
heavy.
anymore. It's real guitar, and it's because of the guitar.
Well, the
Like,
fucking
okay, so a show that-
AC/DC, Guns N' Roses, Slash.
I would love to go see Slash, because Slash still fucking rocks.
I think he tours as Slash.
He does. And that's what I was going to get at. One of the shows that I would like to see that I haven't, because I never like see it coming, so I don't buy tickets ahead of time, or else I would.
Right.
And I don't really care how much they are, and I
Right.
would buy good tickets like up front. Is the Hendrix Experience, and it's kind of I don't know what you want to call it. It's kind of a throwback to this thing he did at Crossroads tour back in the day.
They
have Eric Clapton.
This is what you might want to do, Cory.
Go ahead.
You might want to see. I don't think we'll be able to do it though because our time is limited. But Vegas has all those kinds of shows.
Right.
They've got the fucking Beatles Rain.
I've seen Rain actually.
They play at the GSR frequently.
I saw them
but
at
they're
El Dorado.
But they're
Good show.
in residence
So they play
in Vegas.
all
Yeah,
the time.
yeah. And there's a Michael Jackson. There's a what's his face, Prince. So
Prince is dead.
Prince is dead. That's what I'm saying. Is there's
like a throwback.
There's a throwback Prince. There's a throwback Michael Jackson.
Okay.
You know, all of those guys. Your Jimi Hendrix experience might be.
So the Jimi Hendrix experience is not new, but it's a current concert series that they run, and it's a mashup, and they get all these fucking top end guitar players.
You might want to see if they have a matinee show
together
on
and they
Saturday.
Put all these guys on the same stage, and they started doing it like way back in the day with a lot of blues guys. Like they have fucking B.B. King and Eric Clapton.
Oh, and they're all part of this.
And when a lot of these older guys were still alive, they would all play at this one show. And they would like lined up on the stage, and they would all just go for shit. And it was kind of like a big jam sesh with like the guys of blues guitar back in the day.
Let's see if you can get this trivia question.
Okay, go.
Jimi Hendrix is famous for singing a song that is not originally his song. Now I can tell you what song it is, and you got to tell me whose song it really is.
Okay.
All right, so the song.
Makes it easier because I can't think of the song that.
All Along the Watchtower is not
a Jimi Hendrix.
It's not a Jimi Hendrix original, but it's famously his.
Right. So somebody else
wrote it, sang it, but it became famous through Jimi Hendrix.
What era is the original from?
It's the same era. I'm assuming this Jimi Hendrix was alive. He didn't last long.
That's true.
70s.
But I'm just curious if like
no. It's not. No, it's not an old song. And this is definitely a relevant singer.
John Denver.
It is not John Denver.
Janis Joplin.
It is not Janis Joplin.
Oh, really? It was a Neil Young?
No, not Neil Young. You got Neil Young from that?
Yeah, no.
Bob Dylan.
Oh, Bob Dylan.
Bob Dylan originally, that's his song.
No shit.
All Along the Watchtower.
All Along the
Watchtower. That's my best Bob Dylan, dude.
No, I had no idea.
Blew my mind when I found that out too.
Yeah, but a lot of stuff is like that.
Well, it's like that Mad World song. You know the Mad World song? All around me are familiar faces,
yes.
Worn out places.
Well, and they do that with a lot of things, not a whole song, but like an intro riff. Or
well, no, someone
line.
did that whole song, like it's famously in Donnie Darko at the end.
Okay.
And it's famously done as slow, kind of like that, but it's originally like a Tears for Fears song. And it's sung completely different. It's kind of got a tempo to it. Whereas
I'll have to look it up.
The famous one it's kind of sung as a slow melody.
Interesting.
All right, well, Cory's back to drop me off, and I guess that ends this podcast. It'll be a short one, maybe a 40-minute.
That's okay. Maybe somebody will listen to it.
All right. Well, I'm Matt Bonta.
And I'm Cory Easley, and we're going to be back for Vegas.
We will. Do you want a podcast Wednesday?
You're going to be gone.
I'm coming back Wednesday around 5 o'clock.
Do you want me to pick you up from the airport?
We'll see. I might drive my car there and take the shuttle from GSR to...
Okay.
So we'll see, but...
Yeah, well, let's touch base before you come back, and we'll do Wednesday, and we'll recap the festival.
And then I'll see you
Friday. Do Friday after work. We're road tripping down to Vegas for the awards show Friday night. We're going to be there Saturday for the awards banquet.
Right. All right. Well, I'm Matt Bonta.
And I'm Cory Easley.
Peace out.
Rock and roll.